Hey everybody! Ignore the black screen, I got the wrong thing checked off. There we go. Welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We'll use random.org to get our random character today. And it's taking forever to load to give us a 2, which is I think the first time that random.org has actually given us Maggie. Yes, hello, hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
I just want to say hi.
Okay, that was interesting. Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's it? Why?
That's it.
I just started recording.
I know.
What? You just wanted to advertise yourself?
I just want to say hi.
That was very strange timing. Anyway, that was the first time that we've had Maggie get random there. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that we just had the 100 streak. I gave myself a couple of days off from Isaac, 87PLZBN2. Not really to celebrate, but just to kind of be like, okay, I don't need to record 6 Isaac episodes a day for at least a couple of days. I can take a little bit of time off, you know, relax, spend some time with the family, etc., etc., etc. So, I'm excited. I did also, I've heard complaints, people have been like, you know, hey mate, you gotta start using another randomizer. That's not gonna work. But with one more bomb, we can get in there. Because we got a lot of Blue Baby, we got a lot of Judas, and, maybe more than you would expect Samson results from random.org. So I've been learning some programming for a few months in my spare time. I built my own Isaac randomizer, and I was all excited about it. It's got a UI and everything, and it's got some checkboxes. If you want to have the ability to random the Lost, it's got a checkbox. If you want the ability to random Eden, it's got a checkbox. But then I realized, wait a minute, if people don't trust third-party random.org, they sure as hell aren't going to trust the Isaac randomizer that I made. So it will stay probably as a just a cool project. Not even cool project, just an easy project that I've done to further my own learning. But at the same time, I was proud of it that I finally learned how to use swing in Java. Anyway, Java? I don't know. I'm feeling like, you know, a lot of HP is basically, I don't want to say a guarantee that we're going to win, but it's a huge help. Obviously, you start with low speed as Maggie, we got to worry about that a little bit. But apart from that, I'm feeling pretty good, and, you know, there have been some people who are like, okay, now that you're looking likely to hit 100, because 100 hasn't happened in the videos that have actually been released yet, you know, you should play as the Lost to try to, like, put your money where your mouth is. I think there's more people that don't want to see that, myself included, maybe, than people that do want to see that. You know, it seems like the consensus is people are like, you know what, you can play as the Lost later. I wouldn't be, hating seeing it, but you might as well ride out the streak as far as you can take it. At least that's the way that I've been, operating, and that's the way that I'm going to choose to roll here as well. If we can get to 103, we're going to get to 103. If we can get to 280, we're going to get to 280, okay? But I will say that a lot of the pressure is off, because no longer is it really like all or nothing to some extent. Like, you can never take the 100 streak away from us. In 10 years, hopefully it won't be my #1 streak in 10 years, but if it is, still, that's an admirable accomplishment. I think, if we lose it on 120, that's way, even though it's 30 wins higher, that's like way less damaging to my personal psyche than losing it on 99. So, I'm mostly just happy to be here, basically. So we got some speed upgrade, and we got, oh jeez, don't hurt me please. Well, we do have the Spirit Heart, so I should be okay. And this could help her completely sour us on the run. I think that definitely helped, but that Curse of the Maze definitely did not. Please don't come around the other side. I'm not ready to deal with that. Thank you very much. Oh, you dick. My least favorite kind of Mullaboom. Gotta get in there and make sure that the fire doesn't shoot me as well. Okay, let's hope that we pick up... Well, let's just hope that we get to the boss fight quickly, and if we don't get to the boss fight quickly, hopefully we get to, well, actually this is amazing because we can actually get to our item room without using a key. Now we can go to our shop, and on our... Oh, come on. Creating spiders out of that. On our shop, you might expect that we'll be able to buy a Spirit Heart for 5 cents, so we should be in a pretty okay position here. Hopefully that hypothesis does indeed end up coming true. Little Chad, not my favorite item, but certainly not a terrible item, and wow, that is actually a pretty good haul here. I think we'll just take this. The Boomerang I don't necessarily think is worth it, and Yum Heart could be worth it. Like, Yum Heart is not... necessarily completely worthless. We can definitely do something with it. Lucky Toe? Certainly an acceptable item. Oh. I thought that was the enemy creep. And by acceptable item, I mean half-decent trinket. Not really the same thing, but that's alright. It accomplishes sort of a similar function as Lucky Foot, so we can live with it a little bit. I'm a little bit, you know, this is the first time I've gotten out of my Isaac zone since like a month ago when I went to that Hearts of Iron 4 event. You know, I was recording like literally 4 to 8 episodes of Isaac a day because I was in the middle of what I felt was like a hot streak, and I was like, well, we got to keep this going. You know, I don't want to compromise my momentum. After taking a couple of days off, I feel like I'm a little bit, I don't want to say fuzzy, but that's probably a good way to put it, you know? I'm a little bit not as switched on as I was. But that might actually be kind of a good thing, give me a chance to refresh a little bit. You know, it's like when you take a vacation from work, when you come back, there's at least like a few hours, if not a couple of working days, where you're like, oh man, I had forgotten my routines. And even though it's only been like 2 days for me, at the same time, I'm like, you know, we should take a little time and get refamiliarized, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we did get our deal with the devil, so Sacrificial Dagger and Guppy's Head is pretty much a no-brainer here. It does suck that we have not picked up any extra HP. We've already seen both secret rooms, so you know what? I think I'm just gonna go. Our timing's pretty good if we're interested in Boss Rush. Edmund did announce the score formula, at least the prospective score formula for the Afterbirth dailies when that actually comes out, and one of the things that's going to factor into it is not only speed, but also, you know, the kind of Boolean did you do the boss rush sort of thing. So I'm not saying I'm gonna prioritize it fully, but it's something that is probably going to be on my radar a little bit more, at least in the daily challenge episodes. I still haven't figured out how I'm gonna do those over the course of the series, but anyway. Also, I recognize that another function of the daily challenge score was not taking damage, or, you know, the more damage you took, the less score you got. So I don't feel great about the fact that I took 2 hits of damage immediately after talking about it, but hey, it is what it is, you know? Alright, Book of Secrets is not something we're super interested in. Let's try up here quickly, maybe get some attribute up pills. 2 bad gas for 2 bombs is a pretty terrible trade. 1 for 1 is relatively solid. 2 for 2 is just a little bit cost prohibitive, I guess. Because on the first one, you also gain the information of, like, the identifier of what the pill is. On the second one, you just got the same thing again. It's like if you order a bad thing at your favorite restaurant, you know, maybe you have a usual, then you order something else and it sucks, at least you're like, well, I know not to get that again. This is kind of what I was hoping for. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. Get 2 birds stoned at once. In our situation, I'm going to buy one. Sharp plug. Ooh, I don't love it with Guppy's head, but it's not necessarily bad. But the second time you order it, you really only have yourself to blame. If you're like, oh, I hope that the chili con carne is better this time. Probably not, though. What do you think? Magician versus Chubb? Instead of, Bad Gas versus Chubb? I probably would have rather had Bad Gas, honestly, but that's okay. We've got Headless Baby. I'm really hoping that, like, ideally here, obviously we get a bunch of damage upgrades. And since we blew up the Judgment, I'm hoping that we get, like, HP, deal with the devil, and then we get the opportunity to give up maybe 1 or 2 HP for a really, really good damage upgrade. Because that's really the thing we're lacking right now. Dessert is an HP upgrade, and our deal with the devil, we will take both. It would be very helpful if those were Spirit Hearts, but yeah, why not take both? The Mark is great, that's a little bit more survivability, and the Pact is also great, it is survivability, at least in a way. I can understand how you'd be reluctant to think so, but I think those are actually pretty solid pickups for us there, and that should mitigate my concerns about our damage. It does suck, though, we have no bombs, not that I've seen any tinted rocks on this floor, and we have no ability to replenish our HP, so that's a little scary, but by and large, I'm pretty pleased with the way it's going right now. Hopefully we'll be able to keep sacrificing, vagabond children to the afterlife so that we can continue to trade our own HP to Satan himself for rewards in this life. Now, might as well use this bad gas pill at some point. Probably not there is the correct choice. Don't really care about having an arcade ready for the next floor. I'm just kind of hoping there's like another special room back here. This is a good opportunity to use bad gas. And another pill. I can see forever. We have not seen our secret rooms, so we might as well take advantage of this. Not only have we not seen them, but we pretty much have no ability to actually get them for ourselves because we have no bombs. So, we'll take advantage of this. We want to be out of here by like 10 minutes. That seems like it should be extremely likely. Store credit, We might as well buy the other item that's 15 cents on this floor and then take Lucky Toe with us. Is my philosophy, at least. It is Curse of the Blind, but at the same time, you gotta realize that if we take store credit down to the next floor, we're losing our ability to have Lucky Toe, which might not be an enormous problem, but, you know, all other things being equal, we don't know what our item in the next shop is going to be, so I kind of feel like we should just take the one in this shop, because we also don't know what it is. You know, it's two unknowns here. I may be misrepresenting part of the conundrum there, but I think you get the idea, at least. We're going to be out of here pretty much right on time, and all things considered, we should probably be faster on the next floor, or at least faster relative. And the champion belt will help out with that as well. So we did pick up a nice little bit of damage here. Admittedly, I did make a tactical error on this floor, and you probably spotted it for yourself. We should not have taken... Well, there's no way we could have known, let's put it that way. But we shouldn't have taken the question mark from the boss fight until we took both of our Deal with the Devil items. Then we would have 1 extra HP right now and the same amount of Spirit Hearts. However, how are you supposed to know that in advance? We could have hedged our bets, though. Like, it's something that has come up before, so... maybe something to keep at the back of our mind at the very least. We are on the Catacombs 2 now. We got our trinket back, and champion belt for free was pretty sweet. It's not necessarily a terrible trade to take, ooh, okay, this is fine. It's not necessarily a terrible trade to pick up Pushpin and get rid of Lucky Toe. Lucky Toe I do value, but thank you. I also value the Pushpin more than I used to, at least. Occasional Spectral Tier, along with occasional Piercing Tier. I think it's all tiers that are affected in both ways. Like, if a tier is affected, it doesn't become Spectral or Piercing, it becomes Spectral and Piercing. Which is pretty good, at least occasionally, but it's not necessarily reliable. And by not necessarily reliable, I mean completely unreliable. But that doesn't make it bad. Kind of like, tough love, you know? The occasional tooth is better than not having it, even if it's not guaranteed. Not a good play on my part, so we are getting a little bit lower on HP than I'd like to admit, but I'm not fretting yet. 13 cents available for when we want to go to our shop and hopefully not fight greed. And we're only 19 lives away from being very, very comfortable with our situation. So I'm going to just try to take as little dumb damage as possible, and I think that that'll serve me well. I mean, that's pretty much the underlying tactic for Isaac in general is, you know, the less you get hit, especially in situations where you don't have to get hit, or it's not even that likely that you should have gotten hit in the first place, then, you know, the better your life is going to be. We're going to try to adhere to that as strictly as possible. Our damage is good. I mean, Mega Maw is a very, very untanky boss, but at the same time, the amount of damage we're doing is not insignificant. And we probably are right around time for boss rush, just in case it's something we're interested in. I don't need to necessarily, but I'm very interested in keeping an eye out for Spirit Hearts now that we have extra bombs. I would very, very much like to, if not get like a Balls of Steel pill, at least get a Tinted Rock. Even a small rock payout, even a golden chest payout is fine. Come on. And if there's good mushroom rooms, I'd be all over that as well, but sadly we've been kind of bereft so far. 2 bombs for that is probably okay, and there we go. That's a no-brainer pickup right there. Mom's Knife. I do think we had this on the last run, and now that I'm like, oh shit, but that was several days ago for me, so I had forgotten temporarily, at least long enough for that to happen, and we did just get a health upgrade as well, so I would be thinking that this is probably a very easy situation for us to find ourselves in now. I don't think we want anything in this shop, to be honest with you. I had a feeling our boss room would be here, and that is quite a lot of money. I mean, there's something to be said about Red Candle, but at the same time, what do we need Red Candle for when we also have the ability to do more damage than we would do with Red Candle just by using the knife? Like, that's the thing. I think Red Candle is great if you have no other way to deal significant amounts of damage, but if you're gonna have to not, like, use your knife for a little while to use Red Candle, that seems like a really poor trade. Anyway, we will just quickly do this, and I'm actually happy about the situation we found ourselves in so I could donate, and wasn't really able to donate a lot. I see that there are some bombs down here. It's gonna cost us 2 bombs to get down there. Is it worth it? Depends on the pill. Pheromones and 1 penny. It's... I mean, I think you could reasonably be happy with this trade, but it's not that good. Second secret room, I would venture, is probably here. And inside of that, we do find one of those. So we can play our blood bank again, but I'm going to make some better time here. Let's just head down to the next floor. And I'm feeling good. It sucks that our donation machine is capped out, but so be it. Necropolis 1 at 10 seconds ahead of my normal schedule. Or normally where I would consider I would need to be. Is that good enough? Usually not, actually, but I've been too lazy to come up with revised times. That was very bad. So, I'm thinking that probably Boss Rush is a long shot here. And if you're going to be mad at me for focusing a little bit on Boss Rush, you got to remember, man, I'm getting prepared for these daily challenges. Plus, it's just nice to be focusing on something that isn't like literally make sure you win this run because this is the only one that counts, which is how I had felt a little bit on the last run. Ooh, watch out, there is a third one that comes down. And then these guys are super annoying. If you can, that's generally my MO, is like if you can kill 2 of them quickly, then the third one shouldn't be too bad. Alright, well, at least we know that we're not going to have to waste a whole bunch of time donating more money on this run, because we've already kind of tapped out of that. One black heart, I think, was worth 2 bombs. We did find our boss fight already. I really don't want to leave without doing absolutely everything. And by absolutely everything, I really just mean item and shop, but still. We gotta remember where we're going here. Could be a deal with the devil here as well. So we got a cube of meat, no HP, deal with the devil, can't be Krampus, and it's a shovel, which would be fast, and because I am racing Nick in Balls of Steel soon, I'm a little tempted to take it just for fun, but I'm not going to because I think that would also be a terrible idea. So, let's get going here. Although at this point, now that I think about it, the Balls of Steel race has probably already happened. I gotta be honest, I'm gonna give you my predictions for the Balls of Steel race. It would be dishonest to suggest that I don't think that I'm the favorite in that race between me and Nick. But I will say, both of us know nothing about speedrunning, but he's preparing a little bit. I'm kind of just using inertia. I don't have a bomb. I'm kind of just using inertia to carry me through, and assuming that because I have more experience, I'll have an easier time of it. But I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be too surprised if Nick won. And that's me, like, I'm not trying to disrespect his play. It's not like I'd be, like, flabbergasted if he won, is what I'm trying to say. He's a good player, and I think if he takes the time to learn the speedrun strats that I am ignorant of, he probably has a pretty good chance to come out ahead if, you know, the dice rolls go right. But there's no way, if we play like this week, there's no way to make up for a difference in, like, 500 hours of experience that quickly if he doesn't learn the speedrun tactics. But I think, genuinely, he's got a shot at it. I don't remember what that pill is, but it could be a health up, so I kind of want to go check it out, but we'll have to see if that works out for us here. What do you got for me? Lots of money. Want to get out of here pretty soon. Oh, that's actually awesome. That is also great. Very close to becoming Guppy now. That is also pretty good. Got quite a lot of money. And our shop, why not get the piggy bank? And, you know, check this out. It's a bad trip. That's pretty terrible. And I'm not going to get the money because what's the point? Even though I have the piggy bank. I am an idiot. Okay. Deliberately so, though. And I'm your boyfriend. Yes, I am. Okay. What do you got for me? Another question mark. At least it was pretty fly, so I didn't get completely screwed. But admittedly, our HP kind of sucks, but that's the only thing that really sucks about this run right now. Everything else is looking great, and we are super close to becoming Guppy. Ideal item, 9 lives. If we get that, we're set. But I shouldn't be too cocky. I mean, we do only have 3.5 HP. That's not a ton to be rolling with indefinitely here. All right. We will check this out, even though we're a little behind schedule, but we're only going to actually do it if it's a red chest or maybe a golden chest, which we would have expected it to be, considering we just got Guppy's tail. But it's okay. God, I hate you, Tractor Beam. I'm probably not going to go back for that key. It may objectively be worth more to not go back for that key, now that we have a lot of keys, and the boss rush score formula, or sorry, the daily score formula is out, but it's going to take a lot of play, I think, to figure out the optimal way to play. Admittedly, the more keys you have when you finish, oh, that was very dumb. The more keys you have when you finish a run, the more points you get as well. Swag points, as they have called them, but we'll have to, again, cross that bridge when we come to it. Hopefully we can get some kind of teleportation card. Don't have a ton of bombs. Okay, you know what? Let's stop focusing on boss rush for a second. It's not the daily challenge right now. Let's focus on just not losing our streak stupidly at win 100. Because I'm being a silly dude and trying to do this, like, boss rush min-maxy stuff, which is completely unnecessary right now. Yeah, there we go. Get him in line here. Blow him up. See if we can get some, you know, black cards out of this would actually be awesome. No, oh, there is one black card there. Kind of blended in so I didn't see. Card against humanity. Oh, what have I done? Well, lots of red hearts at least. Occasionally you'll get a spirit heart out of this. It's actually pretty fast to move in between these. Oh, lovers. And rules card. Chubb dislikes smoke. That's a new one. Had not considered that up to this point. That's my #1 most wanted thing in Afterbirth, if I'm being facetious. It would be awesome to have more rules card payouts. It's a 3-room. Rerolls all consumables on the ground, probably including that golden chest. Yep. Weird. 1849. Well, we actually may find boss rush. You know, the only reason we were able to find boss rush is because we gave up on the chance to find boss rush here. Probably mathematically super false, but anyway. Yes, we want this. Do we know this? I can see forever. It's pretty decent. Might as well buy these two. Can't donate anymore. Okay. 1910. Still feeling okay. The Pisces pickup is fine as well. I think this is worth a shot. Card against humanity again? Probably should stop slowing myself down like crazy there. What do you got? What do you got? Nothing. Nothing. Okay, there's our boss fight, and I'm going to throw down a bomb. Sorry, I don't have a bomb? I thought I just bought... Oh, I must have just used it. What do you got? Not taking hookworm. Alright, let's do this. Should be fine. Against Mom, at least. Very easy fight. No deal with the devil. We'll only do this if it's worth it. It's not worth it. Loki's Horn's kind of interesting, but apart from that, not interested. Okay, we are actually a little bit lower on HP, but in a way that has me excited about the future of this run. Hopefully we can become... we might as well open these, to be honest with you. Hopefully we can become Guppy. On this floor, to pick up a 9 lives would be an incredible coup for us. I'm not looking forward on the streak. Not that I'm not looking forward to the streak. I'm not looking forward on the streak anymore. You know, previously I'd be at like win 95 and I'd be like, well, we're only 5 away from 100. As far as I'm concerned, our next milestone is 50 away. 120 has a little bit of significance because that'll be 2 months without a loss, which is actually, again, let me reiterate the same stock phrase I've been using every time, but that would be incredible for me because I never would have thought that that would be possible before. Have we ever gone like... Prior to the 25 streak, have we ever gone like a week without a loss before? No tinted rock here that I can see. I believe the answer to that question is no. Is that pill good? We have the bombs necessary to check, but not by much. Yeah, it was fine. But yeah, I'm mostly just focusing on, you know, let's keep our absurdity going. I recognize that people are watching because I'm like the Johnny Knoxville of Isaac, and I'm like, hey, I'm Northernline, and welcome to Jackass. We're gonna re-roll our 9 lives Mom's knife run into, you know, anti-grav Dr. Fetus. I believe you me, I have no delusions about where I stand in respect to that, but at the same time, we're gonna try to play shrewdly. There is a tinted rock here. You know, Jackass would probably not have been on the air as long if every time Johnny Knoxville did a stunt, he literally died. So, we're gonna try to cool it out a little bit there. We got only keys there, which is really disappointing. Wow, that was very dumb. I forgot that there was creep there. A smaller rock would have been much more valuable, or, of course, the spirit hearts. Tick is a little interesting. We might actually prefer that, but we've had a luck down, so I kind of like... You know, I have trinket inertia, basically, but I kind of like the idea of just sticking with what we've already got. Oh, we didn't leave ourselves one extra bomb? Well, that's alright. We'll probably get one on this floor. This has been, I don't want to say this has been a tough run at all, by the way. But there has been one way in that, one consumable for which this has been a deceptively tough run, and that's HP. We have only gotten 1 HP drop on the entire freaking floor. That's interesting. Or not on the entire floor, sorry, on the entire run. There was another Tinted Rock back on that room as well. So it hasn't been like just an automatic win. We have still had to take as little dumb damage as possible, and although we've taken some, I actually think that we've been pretty good about it. But the stuff that we have taken is more glaring based on the fact that we can't afford to take it in the first place. Okay, so there's one bomb. I think it's probably more important to get the Tinted Rock than it is the Curse Room, but I'm going to get the Curse Room because the potential payout is so high. And there could be bombs, and there could be more Spirit Hearts on it. And of course, Guppy. Alright, that's fine. I should have put Temperance down so they could have blown it up, maybe. We do have permanent Polaroid invincibility, so I'm like, you know, we might as well try. Just, you really cannot afford to lose a Spirit Heart in the process. We don't really want the money. Probably, maybe didn't even want to take that. Maybe that's what I'll say about the Temperance card, is like, that was completely fine. Let's never do it again. We got a little bit of extra money out of it. We might as well go back and play it a little bit more. There's exactly the amount of HP we would want around. Very flexible amount of it. There we go. Oh, I stepped on the creep. Okay, we really can't afford to do that very much. You know, we don't have that much HP to go around here. I need the creep to dissipate. We did get extra HP, which is awesome. Squeezy's great here. And 9 lives. Judas' Shadow. Oh, boy. I think we gotta take it. We basically gave up 2 HP to get 2 HP with the damage multiplier after it. So we won't be able to play the Temperance card anymore. But I do think that mathematically this pretty much works itself out for us. I don't think it carries us, but I think it works out. Hoping for red chests in here, but either way, it's fine. Again, this is not necessarily an automatic run. I need to play a lot smarter than I've been playing. For example, probably not taking damage there is a big one. How about also not walking on creep for enemies that I should really know by now create creep? But the red creep blends in so much with the floor. I'm not trying to excuse myself because I did not break wind. However, I do think that... Oh, Christ. We fine? Yeah, we're fine. I do think that the creep blends in so much. It's hard to tell sometimes. You know the Nos song, It Ain't Hard to Tell? It's exactly the opposite of that. Sometimes it is a little bit hard to tell. Okay, we didn't get Mom's Key, but these chests have been working out pretty well. Pretty much hate this, as you might expect. Nice! Whew, I had a feeling we were gonna have to get them on that, like, Titan Souls, like, knife retract there, but they got the job done. If you're only gonna go once, makes my life very simple. I appreciate it a great deal. Okay, what about this Curse Room? No such luck. We are not gonna be, trying that on for size. Definitely should not have even tried to walk on that. That creep is, like, way too dangerous. Okay. I mean, the Curse Room is so tempting. If we get one more Spirit Heart, you might be able to persuade me to do it, but for now, it's just... Do you want to... I just want to see. I didn't think it would be there. I mean, let's be honest, the odds of it were very bad. But, just in case it were there, I think it was worth a shot. It's very rare to find a secret room. If there's a chance for it to be on, like, a room that's surrounded by 3 other ones, it's very rare to find it surrounded by only 2. Does happen, but not very commonly. Very interesting room. We will, play the Judgment. The Demon Judgment is not playable. But the Judgment is, you know, a very likely source for either some mapping or some HP. And the HP, I think, is fine, you know? Might seem bad because we're on permanent Polaroid invincibility, but I like it. Actually, we could have waited. We could have killed ourselves and then come back with Judas' Shadow. But I actually sort of feel like it's in our... Oh, I hate this room. I actually sort of feel like it's in our best interest to just stay alive as long as possible on this first life. I can't believe we made that work. Stay alive as long as possible on this first life, and then Judas' Shadow is basically like our Lazarus Rag, even though we respawn in a different room. Oh, the creep. Like, the longer we can go... Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. The longer we go before using Judas's Shadow, the better I think it will be for us, which is not always the case. And it might not even be the case here, but I think it is. It's not like we're hurting for damage right now. Okay, second secret room. And probably you do have to go with the cancer trinket here, I have to imagine. I'd be surprised to see that be the wrong call. These guys, you don't fuck around with these guys. You just wait for them to be dead, and then you begin your assault on the throne here. Ah, the shot was moving so slow. I thought I could sneak in there. Well, okay. I really like our odds if we can at least get to the chest without using Judas's Shadow. Curse of the Blind is probably irrelevant. Do we know what this pill is? Don't go back over there! Bit of a failed pass. Hey! So one of our health ups was a health down, but now, because we have so little HP, it's actually a health upgrade again. Beautiful. And there's a half heart that we can use. Thank you very much. I gotta be honest with you, you know, I'll call out a sloppy run when I see it. There is a case to be made, like, we have so much damage, we probably should not have taken any. However, that's a little unrealistic. We're probably gonna take damage. Might as well just accept that it's going to happen sometimes. This could be a great room for us. Might as well accept that it's going to happen sometimes. I think that we've taken a very realistic and reasonable amount of damage. Probably a little bit too much since the womb, but not like we've hemorrhaged it or anything like that. I kind of now want to kill ourselves for Judas's Shadow, but before we do so, I'll just, yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to find, is even more Spirit Hearts. And we might as well walk in here if we're going to kill ourselves with Judas's Shadow anyway. Now, is there any way we can do this that is, like, sensible? There is not. Well, there might be. Whatever. We'll just hold on to this for now. It's not a, well, we'll use it immediately. It's not a big deal either way, probably. So, we'll just look out for some more Spirit Hearts. There might be one here. It's looking very likely that we're going to find a great opportunity to Judas's Shadow ourselves on this floor, or, you know, we could kill Isaac and then Judas's Shadow ourselves on the next floor to save us even more HP. But, of course, it's going to be faster to kill Isaac if we use Judas's Shadow first, and there are some spikes here that we could take advantage of. So if you give me HP, I think I'll just immediately go for that Judas's Shadow state. Of course, I wouldn't know if it was HP because of Curse of the Blind, but it wasn't anyway, so lucky me, I suppose. One more Spirit Heart is all I would need to feel, like, super comfortable with it. 2 of Hearts. Okay, I'll tell you what. I think it does make sense to kill Isaac first. If we can. If we can. Like, if we die against Isaac here, it's also largely irrelevant. Because we want to constructively die at some point anyway. If we get hit once, we might as well curse of... Or not curse. 2 of Hearts, because... it's the last time we'll ever be able to use the card effectively. So yeah, we did very good on this floor. Probably should have let him hurt me like one more time. What do you think? Maybe like a second secret room here? Okay, well I'm gonna try to find a second secret room like down here then. And we do have Judas's Shadow, right? Yes. Okay. Let's do this. I'm ready. We did find our second secret room. Hopefully it has more Spirit Hearts or an Eternal Heart on it. Pills. H up? H up? Who am I? Speed up is good. Bad gas. Pheromones. 2 of Hearts. Probably, I guess, like, bad gas? Or pheromones, but, actually, you know what? Bad trip, if we got, like, a lot of HP on the chest, could be worth it as well, but who knows? There we go. We're at 5 HP. Pretty reasonable considering the ridiculous amount of damage we're going to do. And it continues our streak of using Judas's Shadow every time it's available, like using it constructively on the streak. A couple more HP upgrades would have turned this, or a Guppy item, would have turned this into an automatic run. Instead, it's got kind of like a little bit of a fun bend to it that I like quite a lot. Those items are absolute horseshit, though. We're not going to be touching those at all. So our flies via Guppy's head are going to be a lot better for us now as well. Can't afford to be missing shots like that too often. We've already had that item. Let's recall we did start as Maggie here. This is another, you know, not that I'm making excuses, we're in a fine position now, but If we had started as Isaac, just a couple of random, or a couple of rerolls would have given us quite a different picture right now, I think. Maybe. Or maybe not, I don't know. Thank you, Infamy. Infamy maybe has contributed to us not dying on this run, and I appreciate that a lot. Probably don't need those keys at this point. This is an unfortunate, but not entirely unexpected dead end, and that's okay. Help. Help. Okay, we're fine. When I wasn't saying help, I was saying kelp. Kelp, I need more fiber in my diet. I don't know if kelp, it seems like a food that would be high in fiber. It's just like sea dirt, right? Like living sea dirt. It's my favorite, favorite Sonic Youth song. I knew there was one in there that would fit better than what I was going for, which was Soundgarden. But living sea dirt, it could be a Soundgarden song as well. I mean, it could be a fucking, you know, Wiggles song, considering that, I just made it up off the top of my head and am, you know, thus ascribing it to a band of my choosing for the sake of comedic value. This is a third Card Against Humanity pill here. A little silly. I'm not even going to take Thunder Thighs because I don't want to lose the invincibility. You got to imagine, with our amount of HP right now, the invincibility is enough to probably beat... I don't have a bomb. It's probably enough to beat Blue Baby if we can just, you know, do like a third of his HP before we get hit for the first time. Oh, just a little graze there was enough to finish it. Just a little prick. Classic. Bomb? Not a bomb. Okay, that's fine. Let's do it up. Alright. Thank you, Flies. He is already almost dead. And yeah, the little bit of anxiety on this run, but not very much. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.